Okay, so like as a recovering theater kid, I'm always kind of baffled by what things people make musicals about. Like, okay, Wicked makes sense. It's a musical about the origin story of the Wicked Witch. Cool, I got it. Dear Evan Hansen, what if a dude pushing 40 went back to high school and made this face for 2 hours? Avenue Q, what if Crank Yankers was a musical? Sure, why not? But then you get to Mamma Mia. Like, how does someone even come up with this idea? How does your brain get to this place? Also, like, how did this movie make so much gosh darn money? But hey, what do you say we sit down and check out the absolute smash hit 2008 movie, Mamma Mia? But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Raycon. Raycon earbuds, same great audio quality for half the price? There's no way that's legit. Well, yes it is. Check this out, quick charge. Every 10 minutes of charge time gets you about 90 minutes of usage time. And these things last like 32 hours, so you're not gonna be charging them very often anyway. Multi-point connectivity, you can pair these with 2 devices at the same time. So you listen to your podcast while you're feeding all the cats, vacuuming the floor, whatever. And then when you're done, you hop on your Nintendo Switch and you're ready to go instantly. Active noise cancellation, they have even better protection from weather, sweat, that kind of thing. True story here. I accidentally left my Raycon earbuds themselves in my pocket when I washed my shorts later that day, right? And I was like, wow, good thing these things don't cost very much anyway. But they still work just fine? Now, obviously, I would not recommend doing this, okay? But I'm just gonna say that you're getting way more out of these guys than you would get from ones that cost like 2 or 3 times the money. But wait, there's more. Raycon also offers a variety of protective cases for your earbuds, so you can customize your look while getting great sound quality at a great price. Now, speaking of great price, go to buyraycon.com/Meyers to get 20% off the best-selling everyday earbuds. Brought to you by Raycon. Okay, back to the show.
I missed you. Oh no. We're Sophie, Allie, Lisa. We're the greatest, bestest mates. I'm tiny. And we're gonna rock this place.
Girls are weird. Imagine if guy friend groups had their own intro songs. We're Connor, Tanner, Kyle. We're gonna ruin your life and style. I'm tall. I play guitar. I use humor to mask my deep-rooted insecurities that I'll never get over because I don't like talking about my feelings. Anyway, so we meet our main character, Sophie. Now, Sophie's here with her friends in Greece because she's getting married to a guy named Sky, on purpose, if you can believe that.
So glad you're here because I have a secret and I can't tell anybody else. Sophie! You're knocked up? No. I've invited my dad to my wedding.
Okay, so Sophie was raised by her single mom, and she never knew who her dad was. Her mom just always said, like, it was a hot summer fling, which, like, the last thing you ever want to hear your mom say besides, sorry, honey, I forgot to buy more bagel bites. Get out of my room, Mom! This family stinks!
However,
Sophie found her mom's old diary, and, like, no good could possibly come from this.
Well, I was ransacking some old trunks, and I found this. It's the diary she kept the year she was pregnant with me. Oh, Sophie! July 17th. What a night.
No, Sophie, stop, no. What are you reading? No, stop right there. And as his hand caressed mine, I began to tremble. What do you want? He asked. I looked up at Sonic the Hedgehog's chili dog and quivered. You know what I want. Say it, he whispered. Please, Sonic. Hit me with a brick.
Sam rode me over to the little island, and we kissed on the beach, and ... August 4th. What a night. Bill rented a motorboat, and I took him over to the little island. August 11th, Harry turned up out of the blue.
I'm sorry, hold on. Your mom raw-dogged 3 dudes in, like, what, 8 days? Man, her thing was thangin' that summer. Although, to be fair, your mom is Meryl Streep, okay, and, like, wood, you know what I mean? But okay, so because Sophie's mom did all this, there are 3 possible men that could be Sophie's dad. What an insane premise for a movie, by the way. Yeah, so like 2 weeks of one summer 20 years ago, my mom got railed by 3 dudes, and one of them might be my dad. Dancing Queen! And Sophie found out who they all are, sent them letters pretending to be her mom, Donna, saying that her daughter is getting married and they're invited. But actually, this is all just so Sophie can find out who her real dad is.
So who is your dad? Sam, Bill, or Harry?
I don't know.
But which one did you invite?
Oh
my God.
They think that Mom sent the invites, and with what's in here, no surprise, they said yes! No surprise, they said yes!
While this is happening, Sophie's mom also meets up with her old friends.
Well, look at what the tide washed in.
For one night! And one night only! Donna!
What? But you know, to be fair, like, it must be nice to have people excited to see you and hang out with you, you know, and not just be like, oh, hey. But okay, so Sophie's getting ready for her wedding, Donna's freaking out about the wedding, and all 3 of Sophie's potential dads have ended up in the same boat heading for the Greek island where the wedding is taking place.
You're Bill Anderson, aren't you? A bloke in a boat in Botswana.
Yes, I am.
You're a close friend of Donna's?
No, I hadn't heard from her for 20 years.
Wait, Sophie, hold on, I'm sorry. Your mom raw dogged 2 British dudes in Greece in one summer? Man, pre-Brexit, you people were everywhere. So we have Sam, the rich, handsome British businessman. We have Harry, the rich, handsome British businessman. And then there's Bill, the rugged, adventuring writer guy. I love how it's always like this in these kinds of movies, you know what I mean? It's like, oh no, do I pick the rich, hot guy or the fun, hot guy? But then in real life, you know, it's like, well, I could date Josh, who blows his nose into his hand, or Todd, who won't stop trying to get me to watch Donnie Darko. Okay, so little backstory here. Donna came to Greece way back when she was like 20-something and spent the whole summer just slinging that sliz. And like, just to be clear, I'm not shaming her for slinging that sliz. Okay, I'm just acknowledging that she was in fact slinging said sliz. And when she got prego, the great aunt of the father of Sophie bequeathed her this hotel, which she's been running ever since.
Designing a website. I just think this place has so much potential and no one knows we're here, so.
We just want this to be the ultimate romantic destination. This was once supposed to be the site of Aphrodite's fountain, you know, the goddess of love. And if you drank the water, you were supposed to find true love and perfect happiness.
Yeah, but then everyone got gangrene, so now it's a parking lot. But times have been tough for Donna, and she's always just barely scraped by, which she tells us in her song about how her dream is just to marry a rich guy and never work again. I have to appreciate the honesty, though. Yeah, okay, I'm done girl bossing. It's time for a girl play Stardew Valley all day and do nothing else.
Yeah, but are you being taken care of? What do you mean? Are you getting any? Oh, you mean?
Oh, it takes too much energy.
Just more plumbing to be maintained, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm so glad that whole part of my life is over.
Yeah, okay, sure, Donna, whatever you say. Yep, I totally believe you. But okay, so finally the 3 dads make it to the island, and Sophie sneaks them into the goat stable because she doesn't want her mom to know that she did all this until like right at the wedding itself. Genius plan, Sophie, no notes. But then she starts talking to them in just like the weirdest way.
Can we see Donna now?
I sent the invites. My mom doesn't know anything. Well, she's done so much for me, and she's always talking about you guys. I thought, what an amazing surprise for her. Okay, when I sent the invites, it was a long shot that you'd even reply, and now you've come all this way for a wedding.
Sophie, wait. Sophie, are you okay? What is happening right now? It's like that scene in Twilight when Bella talks to Edward for the first time, and then she like gets food poisoning halfway through or something.
So you're enjoying the rain?
You're asking me about the weather?
I guess I am.
Well, I don't really like the rain. Any cold, wet thing, I don't really.
Oh yeah, this is definitely how real people talk. Like something was in the water in 2008, man, I tell you what. Now, Sophie tells them to stay there, and then she goes off to do whatever eldritch rituals girls do. And while she's gone, Donna just so happens to maybe sort of kind of stumble into him.
Harry? Bill?
But like, imagine being this hot and bothered about someone you dated like 20 years ago. Girls always say how like they think it's weird that guys are so worried about a girl's exes or whatever, but then every movie for women is like, I haven't spent a single day not thinking about that one guy I met in line at Wetzel's Pretzels 10 years ago. Or like literally every Hallmark Channel Christmas movie, it's like, what if your successful boyfriend had to stay home at Christmas to do some dumb business thing, and so you had to go back to your hometown by yourself, and then you run into your high school ex-boyfriend who still works at Outback Steakhouse. But get this, he's hot now. But like, it's not even just Donna though, okay? Because like all these dudes dropped everything and traveled across the world because their ex wanted to see them. Like if any of my exes sent me an invitation to literally anything, I'd just be like, the heck is this?
You always knew how to make an entrance.
I better be dreaming you better not be here.
You want me to pinch you, Donna?
No, you...
I feel like Donna's been hitting those mimosas a little too hard, you know what I'm saying? Why does everyone in this movie talk so weird? But okay, so the guys promised Sophie that they wouldn't tell Donna that she knows they're here, and Donna thinks that they all just kind of magically happened to stop by the island at the same time. So she's worried that if Sophie finds out that her 3 potential dads are here, she'll freak out and do something crazy, like give herself bangs.
Why are you here? Why? Who said that you could stay up in my old goat house?
Didn't catch the name.
Greek lady. Well, she spoke Greek, yeah.
That's it. You can't stay here because I'm closed and I'm full.
And I'm busy. I have a wedding.
So this is now the 45-minute mark of the movie. We're more than halfway done, and nothing has happened except Sophie invites her mom's exes, and then they arrive. That's all we've accomplished so far. The movie's supposed to be about Sophie getting to meet her 3 potential dads and trying to figure out who the correct one is. And like, if this was a normal movie, we would probably get a bunch of backstory about who they are and what their relationship with Donna was like. And the movie does have this for about 4 minutes, where they're all like, yeah, dude, your mom was really hot. And Sophie's like, all right, cool. But instead, half the movie is just about all these other side characters doing a bunch of nothing except singing songs with just the most bizarre choreography you've ever seen. Or like, there's this bachelorette party where the 3 guys show up and then all the women on the island just like sacrifice them to the Dark Lord. Or then of course we finally get to Dancing Queen. And during the song, all the women in the village just like drop everything they're doing to dance on the pier. Some dude's like mid-surgery and it's like, Dancing Queen! So like, slight tangent here, but I was watching this movie, right? And like, so apparently I really like ABBA songs. At first I was like, yeah, Mamma Mia, Dancing Queen, whatever, I get it. And then the movie goes on and I'm like, you know, actually, I mean, let's be honest here. This movie isn't really about much of anything. The entire point of the movie is just to watch people who can't really sing that well trying really hard to sing ABBA songs. But okay, so just to summarize thus far, Sophie invites these 3 dudes to the wedding under the guise of her mom inviting them. Sophie wants to find out who her real dad is, but she doesn't want them to know that she's trying to do that because that would probably kind of freak them out, you know what I mean?
No.
It's Donna.
No. Listen. She can't know. I'm gonna go. Please stay. Promise me that you will not tell anybody that I invited you. Okay? Promise?
Now, Donna knows they're here, but she doesn't know that Sophie knows, so Donna and her friends are trying to figure out what to do with these guys so they don't ruin Sophie's wedding.
And then tomorrow, Tanya and I, we'll take them fishing.
Fishing? Oh, please.
What do you suggest we do with 3 men?
Well, then now that takes me back.
What? This friend of Donna's here is a heck of a character.
Boy down.
Yeah, girls. We done good.
I mean, like, okay, it's like really cringe, you know, but like, I can totally see it why like so many girls love this movie. This movie is a literal definition of guilty pleasure. But okay, so like going back just a little bit, at the bachelorette party, Sophie finally tells her 3 potential dads like the truth about why they're here.
Are you my father? Why did your great aunt leave my mother money?
I don't know.
All my life has been this huge unanswered question, and I don't want any more secrecy.
What do you want from me?
Phil, please.
Oh, golly gee whiz, if only there was some way you could have avoided all this. I mean, all you had to do was just walk over to any CVS and be like, hey, so I went to Greece and I met this really carefree blonde white girl with dreadlocks. Okay, thank you, I needed that. So the only actual conflict in this movie is about who is going to walk Sophie down the aisle at the wedding.
Will you give me away tomorrow?
Give you away?
No, our secret until the wedding.
Why didn't Donna tell me? How long have you known I'm your father?
Not long at all.
Who's giving you away tomorrow?
Nobody.
Wrong. I am.
And that's the whole big to-do of the entire movie. Now, finally, it's time for the wedding itself. The first part of which is everyone having to climb up the most insane staircase. Like, she gonna go fight an Elden Ring boss? The heck is this? By this point, Sophie's plan has completely unraveled. Donna learns the truth about Sophie inviting her dads. And she's sorry about how Sophie had to grow up without one, so on and so forth.
That's why they're all here.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please.
I don't know. Can you forgive me?
What? I don't care if you slept with hundreds of men.
Well, good, because you haven't seen all the rest of my journals. Really, Mom? Every member of a Wu-Tang cover band? So the end of the movie is about how no one really knows who Sophie's real dad is, and doing a paternity test is just out of the question, I guess. So ultimately, they're all part of her family, and Sophie realizes that she's still a valid human being, even if her dad might be British.
Dearly beloved.
You know, I have no clue which one of you is my dad, but I don't mind. Now I know what I really want. Sky, let's just not get married yet.
My dude, we just carried you up 800 stairs. It took 4 hours. And now you're just like, LOL, JK? Sophie, you better say psych right now or you're gonna get your very own true crime podcast, you know what I'm saying? But then Sam, who's exchanged about 12 words with Donna during this entire movie, decides to just like propose to her out of nowhere.
I'm not entirely sure what's happening right now.
Hang on. Why waste a good wedding? How about it, Sheridan? You're gonna need someone to boss around on this island of yours.
And Donna's like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever, and then they get married. It's like, what the heck is this movie, man? I mean, like, I get it, okay? Because, like, the movie's not really about the characters as characters. It's more so about inserting yourself into the story, and Sam is supposed to be a stand-in for your ex that you've secretly been wondering about, like, what if things had been different all those years ago? And so I think the movie ends up with Bill being her real dad, Sam is, like, the dad that her mom was truly in love with, and Harry realizes that he's gay. And by that I mean, like, he smiles at a dude once.
Donna, you were the first girl I ever loved. But actually, you were the last girl I ever loved.
You know, if this was a Disney movie, they would have marketed this whole scene and been like, this movie has our first openly gay character. But all the same, as utterly nonsensical and completely insane as this movie is, I kinda get it. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.